Now we need to figure out the next question. In the next question, it is saying the given figure shows a circle in the square. Okay. And after that, it is also saying that find the total area of the shaded part in the given figure. Okay, so given figure shows a circle in the square. Circle is there in the square only. And if we are going to figure out the radius of the square, so that is the half of the side of the radius of the circle is half of the side of the square. Okay, and that is what 12 centimeters. Okay, we need to figure out the total area of the shaded part in the given figure. So first we need to figure out the area of the square over here. So for finding the area of the square, we need to figure out the area of the side of the square, which is 12 plus 12, 24. Okay, so the area of the square will be what? The square of 24 only. And if we are going to figure out the square of the 24, or simply we are going to multiply them, so we will be getting 576 centimeters square. Correct. And out of that, now we can see we do have two triangles over here. Okay, one triangle is this, one triangle is this. So we need to figure out the total area of the shaded part. Okay. So half into base into height, the area of the triangle we can apply. Okay, so we can do half into base is what 12, height is what 24. So when we are going to do it, we will be getting it what 144. And since there are two triangles, we can multiply it by 2 over here as well. Let's multiply it by 2 over here. So when we are going to multiply it by 2, we will be getting it as 288 centimeters square. So option B. Next. Next is Myra starts her journey from Delhi at 10 a.m. to Gurgaon. Okay, from Delhi to Gurgaon. She started a journey at 10 a.m. If her car is running at a speed of X kilometer per hour, and at 12 noon she observed that she is 5 kilometer away from the Gurgaon. Okay, find the distance between the Delhi and the Gurgaon. Okay, so the speed is what X kilometer per hour. Okay, and distance is what speed distance is equals to speed times uh, speed multiplied by time only. Okay, so the speed what we are getting is as x. Okay, and at 12 or noon she can see that she is 5 kilometers. Still, she is 5 kilometers away from the Gurgaon. Okay, so what we need to do is start a journey from Delhi at 10 a.m. to Gurgaon. Okay, and 12 noon. So 2 hours. 2 hours she was already there. So in 2 hours she has already spent x and with the x kilometer per hour she has covered this much distance, and after that is still 5 kilometers left. So what we are getting 2x plus 5. Option B needs to be the correct. Okay, now next. A bus starts from a depot filled to the capacity. Okay, it stops at a station A, where 1/3 of the passengers alight and 30 boards the bus. At station B, one of the passengers alight and 12 board the bus. At station C, which was the last stop, all the passengers, 84 passengers alight. What is the capacity of the bus? That we need to do. Okay, so what we need to do for this question, we need to add then whomsoever is coming on the bus. So we need to add them. Okay, so a bus we have 130, 1/3 of the total passengers alight, which means and 30 board the bus. Okay, so whatever the initial quantity from that, the 1/3 has been already alight. So now 2/3 are left, and after 2/3, 30 more were there. Okay, so that was the case. And station B, what happened? The 1/4 of the passengers alight. Okay, so 1/4 of what 2 by 3 of x plus 30. Okay, and after that, what we can see, howsoever is left. So 1/4 is left, so 3/4 are left. 3/4 are left, and then 12 both the verse, so 12. Okay, this is what at station B. And at station C, which was the last, all the 84 passengers alive, which means now what is the capacity of the bus? All the 84 passengers, which means the total passengers were 84. So this, when we are going to solve that, we need to put equals to 84 only. So 3/4 of 2/3 of x plus 30. And this 84, when we are going to take that side, we need to subtract it from 12. And when we're going to subtract it from 12, we will be getting 72. Okay, friend, this 3/4 we can put over here. We are getting this. So 2/3 of x plus 30 will equals to this. When we are going to solve it, we will be getting. Okay, now we need to do 24 times 4. We are going to get 96. So 2/3 of x plus 30 is equals to 96. Now 2/3 of x is equals to 66. X will equal to 66 times 3 by 2. We will be getting it 99. Option B, 99 is the correct answer. Now next. Next is saying that find the least number which when divided by 35 leaves the remainder 25, and when divided by 45 leaves the remainder 35, and when divided by 55 leaves the remainder 45. Okay, find the least number that we need to figure out. When we are going to divide it by 35, it is given to us a remainder of 25, difference of 10. When divided by 45 leaves a remainder of 35, again the difference is 10. And when divided by 55 leaves a remainder of 45, again the difference is what, 10. So in that case, what we need to do, first we need to figure out the LCM of 35, 45 and 55. Okay, we need to figure out the LCM of that. And when we are going to figure out the LCM of that, we need to subtract 10 from this. And after doing entire thing, the LCM we are going to get as 3465. Okay, and from that, if we are going to subtract 10, we will be getting 3455. So option C is going to be the correct answer. Next, what must be added to the sum of this and this and this and this to get 0? So when we are going to add these two together, so 2a square minus 5a square will gives us minus 3a square. Minus 3a minus 2a gives us minus 5a. Plus 7 minus 11 gives us minus 4. Okay, then when we are going to add, okay, these we have added. Now we need to add it with this. So minus 3a square plus 3a square will gives us nothing, 0. Okay, then minus 5a plus 5a gives us nothing, 0. And here the minus 4 and minus 8 gives us minus 12. Now the question is saying what we are supposed to add with 12, so we can get zeros plus 12. Answer is option B. Next. Now, next is the selling price of a certain TV that is given to us. Okay. It is given to us a selling price of a certain TV is 1700 more than the price of a store. Okay. If the selling price is 24,000, then the price the store paid is, okay, the selling price of a certain TV is that is given to us 1700 more than the store price. So store price plus 1700. That is given to us. If the selling price is what? 24,000. 24,000 is whatever the selling price at the store plus 1700. So that will be what? 24,000 minus 1700. Okay, it's from 24,000. We are supposed to subtract this 1700. And when we are doing it, so we will be getting 22,000. Okay, 22,300. So that would be our answer. If we are going to get option D, for this we are getting 22,300, which is option D. Now the next question for achiever section. The first question over here is the length and the breadth of a playground are 100 meters and 45 meters. Find the cost of leveling it at this. So since we are finding the cost of leveling it as a per square meter, so first we need to figure out the area, and the area we are getting about 4,500. And the cost is what? 5.50 per meter square. So for that we need to multiply 4,500 by 5.50. And if we are multiplying 4,500 with 5.50, we will be getting 24,750. Okay. Now, how much time will a boy take to go 4 rounds along the park if he walks at the rate of 5.8 meter per minute? How much time it will take? So first we need to figure out the perimeter. For finding the perimeter, what we need to do, it will be like 2 times L into B, which is 145. And when we are doing 2 times 145, we will be getting equals to 290. That is what? That is the perimeter. And since he is giving 4 rounds of that, so first we need to multiply it by 4. When we are multiplying it by 4, we are getting 1,160. And if he walks at the rate of 5.8 meter per minute, okay, so how long it will take? So for that, what we need to do, we need to divide it with, okay, this we are getting, when we are going to divide it with 5.8, this 1160 meter, when we are going to divide it with 5.8, we will be getting the time, what, which is 200 minutes. Okay, so this is what 200 minutes. So the first is 24,750 and the second is 200. The next question what we have right now is the column 1 and column 2 is given to us. The probability of getting an even prime number is what? 1 by, okay, diagonal, so 1 by 6 only, which is 2. So for the P, it is second. Probability of getting a factor of the 5, so the factor of 5 is 5 only. So that is again 1 by 6. Okay, probability of getting an even number, it could be 2 and 4 and 6. So 3 by 6, which is 1 by 2. So for that, it needs to be it needs to be secant. Probability of getting an odd number less than 1. So odd number less than 1 is 0, which is not possible. Probability of getting an odd number is 1 by 3, which is 4. So the sequence needs to be third, second, first, fourth. Third, second, first, fourth. Even prime number is 2 only. So that is 1 by 6. Okay, that needs to be second. Factor of 5 is 1 and 5, 2. So 2 by 6 gives us 1 by 3. Okay, second, fourth, first, and third. Next. Read the statement carefully and state true and false. If x minus 2 by 4 plus 1 by 3, okay, it is given to us if x minus 2 by 4 plus 1 by 3 is equals to x minus 2x minus 1 by 3. Then x is equals to 1 by 6. So for that, what we can do, simply we can put the value of x over here, or you can solve it. Okay, so if we are going to put directly, we can put the value of x over here. We are going to putting the value of the x over here. So we are not getting it equals to 1 by 6. Okay, and by putting the value 1 by 6, we are not getting our answer. So 1 by 6 minus 2, entire thing by 4 plus 1 by 3, if we need to do, we will be getting 1 minus 12 by 6. Okay, so minus 11 by 6 we are getting over this side by 4 plus 1 by 3. So it will be become like minus 11 by 24 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so when we are going to solve it, we are not getting both the sides as equal. So this is not the correct answer. So false should be there. Okay, the next one is 1/5 of a number is 5 more than the 1/3 or 1/10 of the same number, then the number is minus 10. Okay, it is saying that 1/5 of a number is 1/5 of a certain number is 5 more than the 1/3 or 1/10 of the same number. Okay, when we are going to solve it, we will be getting 1 by 5 of x minus 1 by 10 of x is equals to 5. The LCM of 5 and 10 we are going to get as 10 only. So 2x minus x will gives us 5. So x is equals to 50. We are getting it as 50. But here it is given to us that should be minus 10. So that is also false. Okay, this statement is also false. An equation remains same when the expression on the left side and the right side are interchanged. That is true only. Yes, that will remain same only. If the total of the 4 consecutive odd integers is 40, then the smallest number of them is 7. Okay, if the total of this total of the 4 consecutive odd integers, so odd integers, how can we write? If we are going to take it right, so that next needs to be x plus 2. Okay, next needs to be x plus 4. Okay, 1, 3, 5. We can write it like that only, na? And the next needs to be x plus 6. The sum is what? 40. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4x is equals to 6, 4, 10, 12 is equals to 40. So 4x is equals to 40 minus 12, which gives us 28. X is equals to 7. Yes, we are getting a 7 only. So that is correct only. So that is also true. So we are getting false, false, true, true. And false, false, true, true is option C. Next is, in the given figure, AB is parallel to CD and AB is parallel to CD. Okay. And that is parallel to XY. And OC is parallel to EB. OC is also there, which is parallel to what? EB. Okay, now AB is 46 degree. ABE is 46 degree and angle EDC is 33 degree. Okay, then out of the given option, we need to figure out the value of E. So what would be the value of E out of that? We are going to figure it out. So that needs to be, okay, ABE. So ABE, this angle is given to us, which is 46 degree. Okay, and EDC is 33 degree. EDC, this is given to us, which is 33 degree. Okay, since these two lines are parallel, so this angle and this angle should be what? Alternate angle. This is 33. This angle and this angle will be alternate. So E will be what? 46 plus 33. So that will equals to what? 79. So E should be 79 degree. Okay, now we need to figure out OCD as well. So angle OCD. Okay, OCD would be what? This angle we need to figure out. So the length of, the measurement of that at that angle needs to be, okay, listen. So if this is 79, this angle is 79. Okay, this is 33. And these two lines are parallel to each other. Okay. If this is 46 degree, this also needs to be 46 degree. If this is 46 degree, this will be 46 degree, alternate angles. So option A would be the correct answer. Now the next one. Now read the statement carefully and answer the correct option. Select the correct option. Statement 1 is saying while dividing a whole number by a fraction. When we are dividing a whole number by a fraction, we divide the whole number with the reciprocal of that fraction. Yes, that is true only. No, so by dividing a whole number by a fraction, we divide the whole number with the not by the reciprocal of that fraction, that particular number, but yeah, we are dividing the whole number with the reciprocal of that particular fraction. Not dividing, we are multiplying it with the reciprocal of that fraction. The product of a proper and improper fraction is greater than both the improper and the proper fraction. Okay, that is also not true. Okay, that can be smaller than that as well if the numbers are going to be cut down with each other. So both these statements, what is given to us over here, are false. Okay, so now we are done with all the 50 questions. I hope you have learned something from this.